well. An exciting day today. Kevin, the gentleman I bought the 1960 Plymouth Fury from, is coming over with his mom to see the car. So I hope they get a kick out of it. I know that Kevin followed along with the process as we went through it, so he knows what to expect, but I don't know if his mom does, or even if he told her why they're coming to this strange junkyard. Anyhow, just gonna walk the menace here, and then we'll get the car out and see what they think. Actually, if you just stay right beside Tom here, then I'll move. Then nobody's gonna get run over, and I'll get the car.
You won't hit me over here, eh?
That's right.
You'll try, but...
Yeah, I'll try, but you're too crafty.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it pretty?
It's nice.
And the bumper's all one color.
He did it inside and out. He did all the upholstery in it, and the headliner, everything. It was totally redone.
All the porcupine scars from the cowling underneath are gone.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of those.
Isn't that a dandy?
That's something else. Wow.
Nice tires.
Good, man.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
Miller Motors.
Yeah,
That's where he bought it.
that's where it was from. That's the
Of
original
course
tag.
it was.
Yeah.
What's the significance of what 10136?
Oh, it's just antique car plate.
Okay.
You just get whatever they give
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah. We did manage to save as much as we could.
The steering wheel.
Yeah, that's the original wheel with it still. You see the Canada Park sticker on the windshield?
And the original one's back.
Wow.
That was great. Like new, isn't it?
I don't know how much closer it is to get.
No. It probably wasn't much better, or even if it even was better.
And the emblem's on the right way.
What?
Yeah,
The
I
emblem's
put the
on the right
emblem
way.
back on. I had to do that.
That's my grandmother had many a collision with this thing. You never know what's...
Yeah, we had to replace almost this whole side of the car from the... It had been rear-ended, and that whole panel was destroyed. Yeah.
Really? That's one we never heard of, was the rear ending?
So this was your dad's car, and he bought it at Miller. But, so were you still living at home when he bought this, or do you remember him buying it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Was he pretty happy about it?
He was thrilled.
Oh really? That's great.
I wanted to learn how to drive, and I would drive that car up and down the driveway. So I drive the car up the driveway, then back it up to the garage, turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up and down. Yeah, I remember doing that in my dad's car too. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, it took a few minutes, but car I always wanted, you know. That's why when I saw the ad for it, I was there the next day. I knew I had to have it. And I knew that nobody else was going to fix it.
And I love how Kevin worded it. Time to trade in Grandma's car. Was that what you said? Time to trade it, or time to sell Grandma's car.
Wow. You had to go someplace.
Yeah.
This was definitely the best place for it to go.
Well, we had a lot of fun putting it together. I tried to make it back to what it would have looked like more or less when it was delivered. I got very lucky. They did a beautiful job matching the color, and
I think
those are all
amazing.
the original hubcaps that it had.
I was going to ask if that.
Yeah, that's them, and the original dash, the original steering wheel. I didn't even paint the dash or any of that stuff. I left it all as it was. I just cleaned it all up, and the instruments
Probably
and everything.
a lot of cigarette tar on that. So.
Yeah, there was some cigarette tar involved, yeah, for sure. Somebody, but...
roll your owns will do that.
Yeah.
The original hubcaps?
These are the original.
That is the original ones, yeah.
They are the original.
Yeah.
You took them to Scott?
Yeah, he brought them and dropped them off,
Yeah. They're in my garage hanging on the wall.
Isn't that
Yes,
something,
they
eh?
were.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I remembered.
That's
that
the
was
ones
right.
for sure, yeah.
And the only thing I couldn't find for you was the back armrests.
Right, yeah, I'm still looking for those, but there's no hurry on that. It didn't.
And the weird part is I know they're in a building someplace.
Yeah.
And the building
Oh, if they
was
show up,
taken away
yeah.
and
Oh, okay,
destroyed.
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's.
They won't be too hard to get.
Well, then phone the Hutterites and get it back.
That means I would have to talk to Danny again.
There you go. That's cool.
The Hutterites took it away.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, Scott.
Oh, well, thank you.
I understand why you'll never sell it.
Oh, no, I don't sell.
No.
I don't sell. How do you end up with this many cars if you're selling them? No, I wouldn't want to sell it. I mean, I would never have built it if I intended to sell it.
No.
Because you just could not ever get your time back.
Get your money.
No, never,
No.
never. So, few things to do yet. I've got the radio and I'm going to put that in, and then I got the double little antennas that go on the back, you know.
I was going to ask about
Yeah,
that.
I got to put that back on. And,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have to have the antennas, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the whips on the back, and that's about it though. If you want, we can go for a ride.
Let's
Okay.
go for a ride.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
It's going to be way easier for me to get in the back
Okay,
than
yeah.
him.
Pile in. You're the first person to sit on the seat. Isn't that cool? Nobody has
It's
sat back
really
there. Is it comfy?
comfy.
Good. At least I did a decent job.
Wow. Wow.
That's great.
And it's very psychedelic.
Can you see the
Yeah, do you like it? I wanted to find something that was fun. If Kevin doesn't mind running the camera.
I don't have a problem with that.
Sure.
We planned this. Well, kind of.
Well, it started, about 40-some years ago?
Scott, this is quite amazing. Tomorrow would have been, it's my dad's birthday,
Huh.
and
Wow.
he would have been 110.
Holy.
He was
Well,
born
we were
in
wondering about that because
1912.
he would not have been a young man when he bought this car.
No,
So if he was born, so he would have been like 48 years old when he bought
Yeah.
it. Okay, well that's what we figured.
Yeah.
Because this was not your first car kind of thing. Like a person
No.
had to have a little money for one of these. And
Well, you said the 53 Plymouth was before this one? That's the other
No,
pit?
there was
it-
another one. It was black and yellow Dodge before that. And before that, it was the 53 Plymouth.
right, okay.
I found a picture of the 53 Plymouth yesterday.
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
you guys had any pictures of this car, that'd be really fun
Oh,
to see.
we're looking for it.
Okay, great. You let me. Well, Kevin's got my number. You guys let me know anytime. I can
Yeah.
come get it. And if you don't, that's fine too. It's just sometimes these old cars, it's fun to have the story of the car. You know.
Of course.
Unfortunately, both my mother and I moved recently into
Right,
new properties,
yeah.
and so if you think you can find something, not gonna find it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we both
See, it's
moved.
fun. You can tell we're all old enough that nobody's panicking about the seat belts.
Seatbelts.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
right.
the way, I did notice. That's so funny. But
And it's
I was
smooth.
very happy with, because we did all the work without driving it once. So I didn't really know how it was going to go, right? So once it was all finished, to take it out for a drive, it was always that, oh my, is it actually going to be any good? And I was very happy that it was. And I love the big rectangle steering wheel.
that steering wheel is
Yeah, that almost
awesome.
disappeared a few times. Trying to keep the car together in one piece. There was a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
that were trying to
Oh, I bet, yeah.
get their fingers on it. I think it was sold twice.
Really?
Yeah, and I put the stop to that. I think it was worth probably a few more bucks than $100. So
The wheel. Yeah,
yeah.
the wheels
Oh
are...
no, the whole car.
Oh, the whole car?
yeah.
Oh my, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. People drive by, see an old car on the hill,
Oh,
either
yeah,
a scrap
yeah. Well,
dealer
people
or
like
Yeah,
me,
that
yeah.
happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
My late husband, Rick, he protected this car too. Like, we have a couple of friends we lived in just outside of Toefield.
Okay,
and
yeah.
a couple of friends do restoration on old cars.
Yeah.
And Rick tried both times, or with both people, Kevin, to try and get them to take this on. And they just laughed and said, that's
Yeah,
way too much work.
they ran away.
Yeah.
They ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still
and
wanted
if
the
somebody
car.
had come to me with this car I would have probably said no. This was the kind of work you only do for yourself. And the other thing was you really wouldn't be able to write a bill big enough for the time spent. Like, and the car, you know, would never be worth what it would cost to do it. Like, it took me a year just to fix the shiny chrome things on the side, because all that stuff was all dented and oh yeah, it was a slog. But you know, you forget all about that stuff when you're driving it around, and I just love it. I just think it's actually a bit surreal to drive it, because to me it's always been just
a project sitting in the barn?
Right? And I've got projects everywhere. So to me it was just another project, and I didn't build it because I need to get to work. I built it because I wanted to have this car. So I'm not going to drive it much. Like, so I just want it to stay in this condition now and never have to put a wrench on it again.
Put it with the collection, right?
Put it with the collection, and it's kind of the centerpiece of the collection, right?
Yeah.
And
so how many miles have you driven it so far since you put it back together?
10. Yeah, I should write down what it had when I got it. Well, let's see, we got half a tank, and I put a quarter tank through it, just filming it. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah. No, I haven't driven it since we did the video. I'm just...
Did the odometer have a reading on it when?
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the video, because I did get the speedo working. Remember, it fills in with red.
That's where.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's neat. It's one of my favorite parts of these, is the crazy instruments.
And the push buttons.
Yeah, and the push buttons. I got all that working again. Yeah. And I wanted it to feel like a new car again, and so I was very happy, because you never know if you've really succeeded until you drive it. And you know, I just wanted it to be nice and quiet, and it doesn't have to be fast. I'm just taking it real easy. And
no, it had its years of going fast.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's fun, eh?
It lived a hard life in its last years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, and you could tell, and that was you know, that was kind of the fun and the challenge of it. But I knew exactly what I needed to make it into something again. Look, it's so new, we haven't even peeled the paper off. We can ceremonially rip the paper
that.
off.
Wow.
Oh god, it's just beautiful. Look at the chrome.
And the gas pedal's even attached.
Right? Yeah. That broke off at one time?
That broke off.
They very usually do, yeah.
Oh really?
Well, they just
and you remember
so bad.
that, Kevin?
I do remember quite a lot about that, yes.
Okay.
As I mentioned, there was a Christmas tree tied to the front fender. We had to go pick it up, and I had to sit here and hold the rope that was coming through the window, so that didn't fall off. Just had to go across the street type thing.
Oh, that's fun. We managed to save. That's the original hood. That's it. One fender's original. Both these doors original. Roof's original. All of this is original. I mean, I didn't even redo that. That's the same original pad, just cleaned up.
Just cleaned up.
And all this is original paint. I never touched any of that.
Wow.
And
even though it sat out in the elements the way it did.
Yeah,
of course,
it's amazing. Like, these are so extraordinarily rare.
Yeah.
That it's amazing that survived, and there it is. Inside, you have the original brochures and owner's manual.
What?
Yeah, and some old maps. That's the original mirror, I believe.
Looks like it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I've used as much as I could of the original car. The mirrors are the original mirrors, and the tail lights, and you know, as much of it as reasonably possible.
What about the back window?
That window never came out. I did the whole car without taking it.
This is all, Kevin, this is like original. The trim.
Oh,
it's this.
Yeah, that is, yeah. You can see it's not even been painted yet.
No.
Still a few things to do. I made all new headliner. That was originally white with blue stripes, so I changed it to blue with white stripes.
All the door panels. All
the door panels are original. Yeah. They had to be completely rebuilt. They were all destroyed. So I peeled all the vinyl off of them and then mounted it all to new wood and then put it back together.
Really?
So yeah, these were quite badly damaged. They were all curled up and peeling. And,
heat and humidity, all
that. The carpet is new, and the seats are original seats, but redone.
Oh really?
Yeah. that's all the original frames and everything.
Isn't that something?
So it's been really an adventure.
That's amazing.
Cut the bottom of one car off to put this one on top.
Yeah, well, we couldn't save the bottom of the other car. There was just nothing there. So I bought a whole other car, and I welded the top of this car onto the bottom of the other car.
Okay.
And that also gave me a good engine and good transmission. And so it's actually, we erased about 100,000 miles by welding it to that nice low mileage car.
Kevin, my window rolls down. It works.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it goes back up.
Oh, it did go back.
Good.
Okay. I know, it was I took a chance.
Oh, no. It's fine.
You can park it inside.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything would work on this for sure.
I think so too.
Yeah. Last drive.
Yeah, you got a honk.
Yeah, last drive before everything has to be put away for the season. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So next year will be cruise season for it.
I don't really,
leave the ranch that often?
No, I don't know where to go, really. Like, everything I like to do is in my yard, so I don't really go anywhere. And the only people I wanted to show it to are in the car right now.
Well, we appreciate that.
And other than that, it's going to sit in my garage. And that way it'll never get dirty and it's never going to get smashed up and nobody's going to dent it in a parking lot. I got lots of ugly cars that I can drive around. The thing is, when you have this many cars and this many projects, you can't be fixing the same ones over and over.
No, you have to finish.
So you got to finish one, put it aside so it doesn't ever get damaged, and go on to the next one. I have to admit, it's tempting to drive it a lot more because it drives very well. It rides well. It's got all new tires and brakes, and it steers really nice. And it's a fun old girl.
Yeah.
But
then again,
the way that you keep it in good shape is by not driving it. So.
Yeah. Falling gravel trucks or anything like that.
Or hitting a deer.
Hitting a deer.
I hit a deer with my Citroen, and it happens, right?
Yeah.
And and I got rocked. Anything I drive gets damaged. My Citroen hit a deer, and my Renault got a big rock chip right in the middle of the hood about a week after I painted it. But those are cars that I built to drive. This one I did not build. I want it to be able to drive. Like, it has to be ready to go.
Right.
If I'm going somewhere special, if I'm going to a niece's wedding, I'm taking this car. Absolutely. But if I'm going to the store to get chips, I'm not taking this car.
Yeah, no.
And I don't want kids eating ice cream in it. It's done its time with all that stuff.
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah, or sunflower seeds. Or smoking cigarettes in it or whatever. It's done its time with all that, and now it's kind of retired. And I think of these as retired. Doesn't mean that it's not usable and useful. It's just that it doesn't have to go to work every day.
And these were the roads that it...
right. This is where it would have grown up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is... It's neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. It's back in the neighborhood.
Oh, my God.
Looking out the windows with the nice leaves and stuff. It's pretty good. Pretty good day, And...
life is good.
It's not too bad sometimes, eh? And I'm just really, to me, this was the, I know the car's not quite finished. I have the radio to do and stuff, but it really meant a lot to me that you guys would come out and go for a ride. Because I know you sold it to me a lot cheaper than you could have, than you wanted, so.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things you just don't, I thought I was going to end up selling it to someone for scrap or someone who wanted it for parts.
Yeah, and some of my friends wanted it for parts too. I was like, you guys, despite it being welded together from so many different cars and parts, and so much of it being made from scratch, for it to look like you never did anything is really the definition of success for me.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like. You can't tell it was a black car or a yellow car or a blue car or whatever it was, right?
Yeah, it was all back to what it was supposed to be, so. I sure wouldn't have made any money sewing this interior.
The guys who do that, they make their money.
Yeah, they earn their money, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
Well, it's comfortable.
Oh, well, good, thanks. That's
it's comfortable. Every summer we would go to Bamford Jasper.
Yeah.
And quite often, Mayette for the May long weekend.
No kidding, eh?
And most of the times, Kevin, the Dittrich family went with us.
Okay.
So there was 2 families that traveled together, camping.
Yeah. Did this pull a camper trailer or what?
Tents.
Tents, everybody in tents, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the way back then.
Absolutely.
Camping was a lot more basic.
There's nothing like breakfast on a Saturday morning in the mountains.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice to tie that sticker in there. Oh, 1966, it was
There
still
you
going
go.
camping.
And of course, everybody's car had giant trucks to carry all the camping equipment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And all the people.
And all the beer.
And all the beer. And whiskey.
Well,
going whiskey, yeah.
Mary and Mary in the back seat. They'd eat Kubisau and take sneaks of 5-star.
Yeah. I'm afraid so. It was entertaining, Kevin. It was so entertaining. Well, my cousin Mary would say that Auntie Mary could roll a cabbage roll, drink whiskey out of the bottle, and smoke a cigarette and talk all at the same time. And it was true.
Yeah.
It was true.
But somewhere there's some pictures of this car that we have. I mean, lots of pictures. There's what, 4 or 5 years of vacations there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that stuff would be really so fun to see, and people really got behind seeing this car come together, and so that was why I wanted to really try and make a nice video of us out driving it. But
And Kevin had the hubcaps.
yeah, and he had the hubcaps, and they're back on the car.
Well, I ordered those a long time ago because I knew they'd disappear. So.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay,
really
I
fun.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember something about the hubcaps in the old shed on the acreage, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, this is the most I've driven it, so this is fun.
Wow.
This is the furthest we've got.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh, thank you for coming out. What a treat. What a fun afternoon. Well, if you would do the honors, that would be terrific.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
So it looks like it clips on like from the bottom like that. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the way
right.
it goes.
Let's get that guy on there.
Okay.
Figure out where your mom would have had it there.
Well, just a minute.
Right? You got to be able to use it. There.
See?
Right? Thank you.
Okay.
There, that's properly installed now.
Okay. I'm not putting lipstick on.
Not even a little?
Not even. Well. Just a minute.
All right.
It's not-
You got to test the mirror, right?
Okay.
There. Well, that can't really get much better endorsement than that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Enough.
Fantastic.
That seat, you don't move on it. It's solid.
Mm-hmm.
This you sink into it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I noticed, was your father a large man?
Very slight man.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
It's interesting because the seat had been reinforced on the front.
Oh, that was probably from my brother driving it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the seat had extra springs installed on the driver's side.
He was the smoker and drove the shit out of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
He drove
not
it
my
hard.
dad. My dad.
There wasn't a piece of plywood in there because that's usually the fix for.
Oh,
a
for.
piece of plywood in
Oh,
there.
that was your uncle's go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There might have been some plywood in the trunk maybe at one time.
Then you complain about his back piece, sir.
Oh, well.
And baling wire. That was the other.
Oh, yeah.
person.
Yeah, there was probably some baling wire in the car here and
Number
there.
9 wire.
Joe.
Absolutely.
Well, it was really a treat that you guys would come by and
That was one of the best days
oh, great.
ever.
See you pay off after 5 years. Yeah.
Especially over the last couple of years, right,
Yep.
Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's been some crap lately, hasn't there? So
It's been shitty.
hasn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm not playing any of that.
Good.
Thank
You know.
goodness.
Hey guys, I just want to say a very special thank you to Kevin and Sharon for coming out to the old junkyard here and taking a ride in the 1960 Plymouth with us. It was very kind of them, and it was really fun to hear some stories about the car. And you know, you don't very often get to do something like that with the people who owned the car from new. So it was very kind of you guys, and thank you so much. I also wanted to remind anybody who hasn't or didn't know that we do have a shirt that we put together, a t-shirt from our store to celebrate finishing, or at least very close to finishing, this pretty monstrous project. And if you guys wanted to pick up a shirt, those are available for the next 7 to 10 days somewhere, and then that'll be it. We do print them to order, so whatever we get orders for, that's exactly how many we print, and we do not stock them, and that's just the way it has to be done. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I had a really great afternoon, and it was very, very kind of Sharon and Kevin to come by. So thanks very much. We'll see everybody Saturday. Have a great afternoon. Is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.